M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Let's add a boot up pic to our GD-88. My model is the KYDERA 880, but it's the same thing. We're going to need a couple of things. So one is this code plug editor by David MM7DBT, which looks like this when it's open. Also we use PHOTOPEA to resize photographs. You can see one that we've resized already, and it works from your browser, which is quite good, photopea.com. You can use your browser. Next thing we need to do is connect our radio via the USB cable. So you've got the twin pin cable in the radio going to my PC, which if you right click device manager, double click ports, you've got USB serial and it's COM11, okay, COM11, remember that. So we'll open up the software here and we will read from the radio just one time just to make sure we've got communication. So click read from radio with the down green arrow, select the COM port and then just click OK and just make sure it reads. And when the radio is actually reading and writing photographs, we actually put the radio into firmware mode or DFU mode. According to the manual, that is to push the button beneath the PTT, but it's not, it's the one above. So there you go. We've read the radio, and the nice thing about this software is, look, you've got everything in all these nice tabs. And like any software, you need to learn it, but it's easier than the bespoke, than the supplied firmware from Radiology etc. So right, we've got it here. We're going to put the radio into what we call DFU mode. So we're going to turn it off and we're going to hold down the button above the PTT and turn on, and you'll get this strange screen in front of you which is red and white and blue. We're in DFU mode. Now to import a picture, once you've got the picture, it's easy. You just go Tools, then change power on logo. You get this window. You can actually open the image that's in the radio by clicking read image, or we can open a brand new image. So let's just open one just now that I've already made. Here's a template. It does give you the size here at the top, 160 times 128 px, and then you just click write to radio. Make sure you've got the correct COM port and click OK. And then click OK, and it will write to the radio. Now once that's done, you just turn the radio on and off and you'll see that logo. Click OK. We'll just turn it off, then on in the normal way. You can see it's a different logo there as it was booting. Let's put it back into DFU mode, hold the top button and turn on. So we're back in. Let's see if we can add another image. So go to PHOTOPEA here, because even I have to faff around with this a little bit. So you go File, Open an image. We're going to select an image that I got in my downloads here, which is me. Okay, there's an old picture of me on my X6100. What else have we got there? That looks like an Icon 52, and then is that little Bofung? Anyway, so we're going to go File, go down to Export, go across, then you go down to More, because you want a BMP or a bitmap picture, .bmp. Click that, and it gives you that, and this is the chance you get to change the size. Now I found I had to do this a couple of times. So 160 by 128 before it actually took. So there you are, 160, 128, save. So it said it saved it. It's telling me to turn my thing off. So let's see if this one goes in. So we'll open up the software again. We're in that mode. We'll go open image, M0FXB. It has put it in there. Now if it doesn't put it in there, it's because the size is wrong. Now we could resize that to fill it a bit nicer, but we're not going to now. Write to radio. Then you select the COM. Remember, the radio is in DFU mode or firmware mode. Click OK, then OK, and it's now writing. And then when we turn it on and off, click OK, turn it off, then on, And there I am there. Like I say, if we resize it, we might get it to fill the screen. The other thing about when you're in DFU mode, let's do that again. So I'll do that again. Hold the finger. Turn on. There you are. You can actually do the firmware. So if we close this, we're not going to do the firmware right now, but it's a lot easier doing it this way. You go Tools, Update Firmware. Once you've got the files, you select the firmware for the A and the B. It's really good, and then you write it. Now I've done a separate video doing the firmware. I'll link it in this video, and then just the basics here. You've got device info. You can change the radio name, which is handy for when you're sending out information like messages and things. It gives you that. DMR number here. Radio settings. You've got radio, language, squelch, those kind of settings. Roaming I've never used. Menu settings, so massive menu, look, appendix. These are all the things you scroll through. When you press the menu button on the radio, you turn it off, back to normal. And you go menu. As you scroll through, look at the titles here. You've got contacts, advanced, scan, local set. So I never look at the actual grid, so I find that confusing. I just look at the titles, zones and channels, the white title at the top, parameters, everything you want to set is all here, and that's what I like about this software. It's really easy to select and deselect items. Turn the volume down. You can control the volume separately on this, and they have fixed the thing where the volume was too loud. So yeah, just looking at these everything's tone set, messages, advanced service. I've got everything turned on. Even it does do APRS, and it does do analog APRS and DTMF. So it's fantastic radio. You've got to remember that. And under £200. But yeah, it's like any radio. When you first get it, you're going to go, it's rubbish. I don't like it. I'm going to send it back. I'm going to sell it. Because you've got to learn. If you get a radio that's very advanced, you've got to spend weeks learning it to really enjoy it. If you could just borrow a code plug and just put it onto your favorite 3 or 4 channels, okay, and that can be fun as well. But to really enjoy a radio, you've got to spend weeks and weeks going into the settings and learning the radio. So that's it really. Well, thanks for watching my channel. You've got other options there. You can open files, read and write. You can write all your ham contacts here as well. If you want to get a CSV file, look, import contact list. Go like so. I've got one there that I created yesterday. Look at that one there. All incorrect CSV format for that particular one. Generate contact list. So you can make your own. Like so, and so on. So thanks for watching my channel. Catch you on air 7-3.